Hello everyone. Good morning. Um, so we are checking out NAK this morning, and I still have to grab coffee. It's almost 9:30, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. But I wanted to have the chart up so we could watch it while I do that. I'm going to be keeping an eye on it. I'll be right back. Okay, I am back. I have coffee. Um, so we're looking at an NAK. It's running 280 right now. I'm probably gonna buy back in for a scalp, but I would like to watch it a little bit. I haven't been watching it as much this morning. But let's go check out the market, see what that looks like. So, S&P's down 16%, Dow Jones down 44, and SDIQ, sorry, Dow Jones down 0.44% or up 0.44%, and SDIQ down 0.76, Shenzhen up 1.73, and Shanghai up 1.22. Yeah, 22. At the heat map, Walmart's up almost 5%. Not there yet. Kroger. Hey, Vix. Alarm. Okay, sorry, my watch is telling me to exercise for some reason. I think that's what it's telling me to do. Okay, looking for something. FMX is down 0.56%. CASY is down 0.78. SFM up 4.26. Dividend and no, it went away. So dividend announcement. Where did it go? Where did it go? ABT. Says ABT will pay dividend of 0.59 per share on the payable date ex-div date 10/15, payable date 11/17. Yesterday, JPM should have done an earnings announcement. Let's go to the Discord and see what how everybody's doing. We got some overnights for SPY, NVIDIA, and TSLL. I haven't said hi yet. If you ever see me in there and I spell something wrong, it's because I don't pay attention when I type it. I just hit enter, and then I proofread it afterwards. Okay, now we got NAK up right here. We can keep an eye on it while we go through the rest of this. We're looking for something. Okay, ACI up 13.63% with a 10 billion market cap. It's a little more interesting. 3%, 3%, 3%, 3%. A lot of 3% change. And that's not a bad thing. You know, you can still make money off of a 3% change. I was just looking for something that's already trending. QXO up 5% with a 13 billion market cap. This is when I look through the heat map, it's kind of cool because you can find stocks, like new stocks. Seven LGH or LGIH is up 7% with a 1.07 billion market cap. NX up 5% with a 652 million market cap. BOOM up 7.44%. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Lost it. Lost it. Oh well. Okay. Um, that one. That one's up 7%. 904. Delta's up 4%. 40 billion market cap. LTM is up 4%, 13 billion market cap. CAR up 4%, 5 billion market cap. JBLU up 7%, 1 billion. Well, almost 2 billion. It's 1.79 billion. That's not quite 2, but almost. CPA up 4.31% with a 5.27 billion market cap. I see some red over here. SRFM down 0.78%. FLYX down 7%. That one, FLYX. I want to look at that one real quick. I'll look at your month. Okay, so it trended up and then down. 6 months. $4. 1 year. Okay, this one actually seems interesting. Fly Exclusive Ink. I want to look into this one. Stop. Thank you. Fly Exclusive Ink. What time is it? It is 9:06. I'll show you a webpage when I find one. Check Club? Fly exclusive. Okay. Okay. NAK by dip, AI, BBAI, SLV, up, QS, SoFi, and Oklo coming to us at 9:04, 3 minutes late. Let's check those out. I will show you guys what I found later. Just remind me if I forget. Anyway, hi Trader Z, Dow futures up. That just change? Or is mine inaccurate? Global Dow. I got 0.44. I got refresh tab. There should be like a little refresh tab on there. Wait, refresh data. Yes. Okay, mine hasn't changed. Okay, well let's go to today's bidding right now anyway. So we did want to take a look at those. I started looking at NAK. That's FLX though. This one I wanted to add to my list. It seems interesting. I want to keep an eye on it. If it dips a little, when it dips a little further, I might buy some. Oh, I should put a call out for that. Uh, yeah, that's what I should do. It's like an eye. There. Use caution when market tops out of the use caution when market tops out. It will take a dip. Stay as liquid as you can. Yeah. Stay liquid. You can't lose all your money if it's not all tied up in a stock at the moment that the market dips. Yeah, so we're gonna be scalping. That's our goal. I mean, if AMD, were to hit a real sweet price, we'd hop on that like nobody's business. Um, and I'm not terribly unhappy with the price that it is right now. I just would rather use my um uh yeah, I want to do scalps. That's what I'm trying to say. So also I'm not reading chats all the chatty stuff in here. So if I'm like laughing or whatever, if it's relevant I'll read it, but you know, I'm just reading call outs and stuff. Okay, so we were going to look at AI, BBAI, and all of them. C3 AI. So I'm a little cautious right now in doing trades because I know that everything has just been going so well for all of these companies, and at some point it's gonna have to dip. So that's also what, the other traders have been trying to get across in the Discord as well, is that it's all been going so well. Eventually, it's got to run out of steam so that it can dip, so that it can go so well again. So I'm just kind of trying to minimize losses. We lost $1 yesterday. That was that was something. And I could have recovered from it if I had gotten into some more trades. But we're not going to lose any money today. And I will say the reason why, as always, is the reason why I lost money yesterday. I didn't tighten up my stop loss high enough because I wanted to make more green. I got greedy and it cost me $1. Now, it was just $1 and that's fine, but it was my own fault because it hit like every single time we've been doing this, guys. It hit up, it went above, and it went up at like 2 to 3 times, and I didn't adjust my stop loss or I wasn't quick enough. I did try a couple of times. Um, but I wasn't quick enough, so then it dipped back down and it didn't take my stop my sell. So either I didn't adjust it, I watched it go up, wanting it to go up more before I adjusted my stop loss, or I couldn't adjust it fast enough and I didn't get the sell before it dipped again. And then also, sometimes what'll happen is it'll dip a little bit and you're like, "Oh no, it'll go back up." But what you should do when it dips a little bit, when your buy is here, and if you guys see me, when your buy is here and it's here, but the peak is here, if it's here, guys, pull your stop loss up. Just do it. Save yourself the money. You can always buy back in. That's what they keep telling me, and it's unfortunate when you don't have a lot of money in your account because you can't just keep buying back in, but eventually making good trades, $10 here, $10 there. After a few days, a week, $10 trades, that's $50. So it adds up and then you can just buy back in, but secure profits. It's I I'm stubborn sometimes and it has cost me some profits during my trading experience and I still find myself doing it. So don't do that, guys. We're gonna not do that today. We're just gonna adjust our stop loss when we get into a trade, and we're gonna sell instead of trying to stay in the trade as long as possible to maximize profits. Not unless it's a stock that we've been watching for a while and are waiting for it to pop. SLV, that's not one. I haven't looked at that one in a minute. Okay, at 47. What's the news on silver and gold? What time is it? 9:15. 4 hours ago. I'm gonna pull this screen up so you guys can see it because it's got some top gainers and critical metals that I want you guys to be able to see. Just let me this one and then and this one. Yes. Okay. And of course I'm in the way. So we're gonna move to this one. Okay, so right here it says top gainers CRML, NVTS, ERIC, LAC, and OUST. So those are some to pay attention to today and here in the future. And then going back to the article and what it says, gold rose to a fresh record above 4,200 an ounce. Silver surged, boosted by an escalation in the U.S.-China frictions. That's the Federal Reserve will cut interest rates twice more this year. Uh, bullion, bullion, bullion climbed as much as 1.8 as a peak of $4,218.29 on Wednesday. Spot silver advanced more than 3%, while the availability of metal in the London market remained tight. Silver had a volatile day on Tuesday when prices surged at an all-time high above $53 an ounce before tumbling sharply. So silver went up, came back down. Might be good for scalp. We got some interest in it from the Discord. Anything else relevant in here? Uh, mm, it's relevant news right here. So what exactly, I don't recall what it exactly was that why exactly China uh, wanted to adjust what was it? They were trying to readjust the trade agreement. I should look into that. Don't quote me on that. Anyway, China did something that upset the US and we've threatened a 100% tariff on China. I also do know that crypto stocks took a big dip right after that happened. Oh, ads annoy me because they move the words. Sounds like London's having a silver shortage. Okay, well, enough of that. Back to this. It's 9:19. We didn't look at Let's go back to NAK. Is it still down? But it's hanging out at 280. What did 100 shares cost us? $281. We could do a stop loss on that. It did dip to 276 right there. Let's go to the 5 days. So, might do 2 orders on this. So I was looking, and I've noticed it kind of takes a little bit of a dip, and then it'll come back up. So I was thinking that it might dip to down to about 263 at some point. If I put a sale in for 200 units at 263, which cost me about 530 to get into that trade. But then I could get it at that price. And if I've already bought units above that, then it would average out the cost of my shares. So instead of paying, what is it, 279 right now, I'd pay at an averaged price for the shares instead. It's a thought. I can put SLV trade up in the Discord if you want to show it. Yeah, yeah, we can do that. Sorry, I just saw that. Green trade is a great trade. A lot of small green trades add up. That's exactly how I build up my account. Yeah, just buy the dip, never chase the stock. Yeah. Okay, so NAK is at 280 right now. But yeah, so that was my thinking on NAK that maybe it'll dip down to 265 and I could scoop it up real quick. Sorry, I was muted. Let's take a look at QS. QS at 17. Ten shares. How many is 50 shares? 800. $800 for 50 shares. What's the percentage change? Can I expect to make off of a good trade on this? So I bought it at 17.45, 51, so 5 cents. Two. Okay, so I could probably make 5 cents off of a trade on this easily. But at 50 shares, that doesn't. At 50 shares to make some good profit, I would have to get it much cheaper. So one to keep an eye on. Also, I say that and then it'll hit like I don't know 18 bucks and then I'll be like, oh, I could have made $1 on it, $1 per share on it. But when you're working on a cash account, something to consider is you do eventually run out of funds for the day unless you have a well-padded cash account. But most people just do. I believe that most people just switch over to the margin account and then they can just trade. But there are limits, you know, with every type of account there is some type of a limit. Okay, I'm going to rephrase that. With every type of account, there is some type of limitation, not necessarily a monetary limitation, but there are rules. Okay, I'm trying to say there are rules. Thank you. Thank you for listening. Okay, so it is 50 to 56. Yeah. I would like to be able to buy a few more than 50 shares. CRML's dipped. 5 days. Still up. Oh, actually, where's that web page at? I did want to add some of those stocks to it. Okay. We're just gonna pull this tab over here so I can see those. I go back over here. And it's 9:30. Okay. We're gonna do that in a minute. We'll go back to NAK. See what it's doing. 52-week low, SOC, down 20%. 52-week high, oak low. Had a call out for that earlier. Up 6%. 52-week high, SYM. Okay, so it's hitting 73. Were you gonna hit 65 for me and then come back up? You gonna do that? Don't know. Maybe not. I think it's not actually a rule, but I think we need to make it a rule. I think I need to make a rule. Don't chase stocks. 52-week high for GLD, IREN 52-week high up 4%. Come on. We got 6,000, 7,000, 8,000 away from. Uh, so we're going to leave this buy here because there was a point to it. And what we can do is do an additional buy. It's just, do I want to wait a little bit longer? Well, it's got a lot of volume. Well, we're on the 5 minutes. What's the 1 minute look like? Okay. Does not have as much right now. $76. So I don't feel like it did its big dip yet. Because if you go back here, let's go to the 5 days. If you go over here, you can see it dips. It does a significant little dip every day, sometimes a couple times a day. And it has been this past week. So I do not feel that it has done its big dip yet. Ah, stop. Cancel. So I still think I might be able to get it at 265. Now I might be completely wrong. It might not dip that far, but I don't know. Maybe I'm also inclined to think that um, because it seems like every time I adjust it up, it does eventually hit where I said I wanted to buy it at. APLM got halted. 2171. You guys can't see the buy sell. Hang on a second. Let me fix that. There you go. Look, it's a 269. 268. Am I gonna get it at 265? Mm, I don't know. I don't know if I should pull it up that couple of cents or if I should just patiently wait at 265. Oh, 267, 266. It's almost there. 265. Come on. 67. Come on, just a second. I just need just a second at 265. So close. CLSK, a 52-week high, up 3.32%. 266. Give me 265. For just a second. That's all I need. 4,000. Okay. It's a penny. It's a penny. Does it matter that much to me? Ah! Penny. Okay, both of those are pointing down. Just gonna wait. That one's up. That one's still down. 265. We got 265. There we go. I got it. We didn't move. We got it at 265. So it shouldn't dip too much further. Because I planned for a larger dip, and it didn't. So now we can expect her to come back up a little bit. And this is a scalp trade, so we're trying not to stay in here as long as possible. In and out. UUU, 52-week high, up 70, not 70, up 7.91%. And USAS up 4.82%. In case you're wondering why I just adjusted my stop loss down like that, this is a stock that I don't mind having a hold of because I can get it cheap and I can average out my shares so that it doesn't cost so much, and this won't be quite a loss. This is a stock I'm a little bit more familiar with, and I'm gonna grab more coffee and I'm stepping away from the trade, which you shouldn't do, but I pulled my stop loss down because I don't think it'll hit 224. It has not in the past day or so, but it would really upset me if it stop lost me out. I'm trying to avoid that happening while I walk away real quick. You shouldn't do this. You should always be sitting at your computer. This is why I take the time before 9:30 to grab stuff. But anyway, so that's why I did that. Give me just a second. I'll be right back. Okay, she's at 258, 59. So even though I had planned for a dip, I did buy it a little on the high side of the dip. I didn't expect it to continue to dip to 251, but I guess that was just a lack of, I don't know, guesstimation skills, I suppose. But it's coming back up. I expected it to take a nice little dip and to move its way back up. And so far, that's what it's doing. So, looking for a scalp on this one. Honestly, I probably could even buy some more units down at the 258 area. There's a couple ways I could go about this trade. So what I did there is I purchased another 100 shares while it was at 250. It took my original purchase price of like 265 down to 258. So it'll be easier to flip this when it goes back up. Now what I could do again is I could, well, not now, it's at 50, 256, but like if it did dip down to 250 again, I could, you know, snag a few more shares. All right, 259 was that? 259. 260 got it for a second. Oop, there we go. Okay, so now we're starting to go a little bit green. Need to decide where we're going to move our stop losses to. Now keep in mind we have two stop losses to move because we have purchased these units in two separate orders. Mm-hmm. 261. Do we got 262? Do I hear 262? 260. Come on. It's gonna go up. It's moving up. Okay, so we're gonna pull our stop losses up here. Uh, okay. And that way I can get to them when I go to pull this up a little bit here in a second, or here in a minute. Okay, we're up $8. Come on, little purple line. Which is the I don't recall what this line is called. I'm sorry. Okay. So 263, 63, 63, 64? No, 64. Ah, so 63. I said no, 64. Okay, so we're up $10. $8 now. This purple line is still going up. So I just wanted it to get, okay, there we go. Now we're gonna start moving up. Move one up to 261. Okay, and we're gonna move this one up in just a second too. I kind of like this having two orders because I can secure a little bit of profit, but also stay in the trade a little longer. You can set it up like this to just do this automatically. Trickle cell or staggered cell, is that what it's called? There we go up. But yep, so I'm just slowly adjusting my hundreds. Uh, Stop loss out of that one. So I'm stop loss out of one of my hundred and I stop loss out of both. So how much was I up? It went so quick I didn't see it. But anyway, so that was a pretty good trade. I know at one point I was up at least 24 bucks on that one. Um, so that would cost me approximately $500 to get in. I was holding 200 shares of two different price values. One set of shares I purchased at 265. The second set of shares I purchased at 251. Um, okay, so maybe like 600, closer to $600 than, but anyway, but I liked how I could do that because, or I liked how that one went because I was able to move them up into separately, 100 shares each. So that's something I might start doing is just doing a multiple share sell because it kind of kept me from doing what I usually do, which was keep it down here, waiting for it to hit up here so I could just move it up real quick and snag it. But with the two sets, I was able to keep one down here so I didn't sell out of everything, and then I could also move one up here and secure a little bit of profit in the meanwhile, and that was nice. So definitely going to do that more. So we're at 264. The yellow is at 260, so I'd say it'll probably hit 260 at least for a second. Let's take a peek at some of the other stuff. We got a call out from 9:57. It's 2 minutes ago. AMD, BZAI, CIFR, HOND, IREN, MVST, NVTS, OKLO, LMER, QBTS, RKLB, and SDOT. Let's pull AMD back. Well, 65. See, look at you doing nice things again. You know, we've already made our money on NAK. We're going to be looking for a nice big dip on this one. Um, I don't know if it'll dip down to 250 again today, though. But we'll pull this one back up. I wanted to look at some other stocks. So let's peek at AMD real quick. Look at you at 232. Will I ever see you at 116 again? I don't know. Scrolling back up. Okay, so looking at those callouts, BZAI. BZAI. Blaze Holdings. Okay, looking at BZAI. Looks like it's dipping for a minute. This is not a company that I have done any trading with, but when I get a call out from one of the traders in the group, I add it to my list. And that probably won't always be my policy, but every trader in this group right now I trust and I believe they are all intelligent people, so I'm not too concerned when adding a stock to the list, and if they're not sure about it, they'll let you know that they're not sure about it and to be careful. So, but yeah, that one's new, so we're adding it to the list. CIFR, that's one that we're a little bit familiar with. I think that one took a dip yesterday, didn't it? And then it went back up. Hmm, maybe I'm thinking of a different stock. Anyway, so it's trending, trying to break 263, it looks like. Not 2165, sorry. This is CIFR, Cipher Mining. Then we got HOND. All right, this one's blue. Let's go to the 5 minutes. So this one's blue on the 5 minutes. If you could get it at 30, you could still make some money off it because it's hitting 31.35. Let's go to the next one. Uh, IREN. Wait. So it's getting a little bit, it's getting a few minutes later, and the callouts are becoming less relevant as we get down the list, guys. But anyway, you can see where she made the call out here, and then it's, 10 minutes blue. So you could have scalped it and sold, and now it's red on the 5 minutes. But yeah, it's just important to keep checking and try to look at them as quickly as possible. And you might not be able to check them all out before the information's a little bit behind, so just pick the ones that you like the most out of the list and look at those ones first, I guess. Or stuff that you're more comfortable trading. MVST. This one's still trending up, but it might be a little late to buy. I'm not positive. Is this one on my list? Huh, no, it's not. It's not on my list. Interesting. NBST. This one's also still blue in the 5 minutes. Call out for Oklo. This one's been pretty popular in the group. OMER. This one might be good for buy on a dip and then a scalp. OMER. I wonder if this is news related. It's like out of nowhere. I guess it's not out of nowhere. Routinely peaks every now and then. Just not quite like that, I guess. Okay. So we're gonna add that one to the watch list. QBTS. Um, did we look at QBTS today? Doesn't actually probably would. Well, that bar just moved. This one might be good for a scalp right now, still. When she said it was probably right about here. Yeah, but it looks like it's taken a little dip. Once it starts to go blue, it should, sorry, once it starts to go blue, it should, good for a scalp. Although, I mean, the best case scenario is you get it when it's down here and then it goes up, but it doesn't always work that way. Okay, so another one is RKLB. These are trading at $70. 71.82. Hit 62, or not 60, 72.63, sorry. They're 72.63. Usually trading 70. 5 days? Okay, it's peaked. 1 month. Okay, well this one's moved its way up. It's already on my watch list. Interesting. Got another call out for NAK and AI. Let's go ahead and look at those. Well, we'll pull up AI first because NAK is right there. So, you're saying 1987, next resistance, and go into NAK, dipped and back up. Yep, yep. AI cooking. Yeah. AMD's taken off. Hang on a second, guys. I need to check something real quick. Okay, I'm not sure why it did that. It wouldn't let me place an order at 262. Okay, let me do it now. Hmm. Keep forgetting you can't see the uh, this stuff. Let's take another look at QS. Oh, look at you. Trying at 18. We did not get into a QS trade earlier because we did the math and it would have been 800 bucks approximately to get 50 shares. But we haven't used those funds today so far in a trade, so would not have been a problem if we had gotten into a trade earlier on QS. 52-week high, RKLB. So Nvidia might be good for a long then. NAK hasn't dipped back down, so let's go take a look at Nvidia, see what it's doing. It's NVDA. Yeah, Nvidia. Yep. So news and spike. Or jump at least. It's up $1 about. So so View has a call out for a quantum boom, but he also wanted us to be aware fakes start to pop up and try to get in on the influx of investment cash. And then he um, references the cannabis boom of, I think it was 2022, I believe, um, where it says how many pot companies started and went belly up in the pot boom. And he said, know what you're trading. So yeah, just a reminder, there's news and certain sectors are going to take off and to beware of fake companies that are just trying to get money from investors. Quantum will also be affected. AI sector and AI hardware sector is going to go bonkers for the AI explosion, the good and the bad and the ugly. Mara looks like it's taken a little bit of a dip. There's a couple of companies I wanted to pull up. VTS Semiconductor. Okay. So I just wanted to make sure. I saw this stock and I didn't think that it was on my list. I feel like I've heard of this. Bit Farms. Hmm. How old are you? How long have you been a thing? 2021? So a few years. Doesn't seem to like skyrocket, but make some movement. And they've been around for a few years, so didn't just open. I don't know. Something to keep an eye on, I guess. And then there was another. OUST. That's one I haven't looked at. So this one started out at $98 stock, dipped all the way to $3, moved all the way up to 177, dipped all the way back down to $3 after 2 years of dropping. Been sitting between a 320 and I'd say 11, $12. Was that 6 months? No, longer than 6 months. So a little more than a year, maybe 2 years. Yeah. And then 3 months, all kinds of movement. Ouster. Ouster Inc. I'm unfamiliar with this company. So let's look it up real quick. So they're a tech company. It's high resolution LiDAR sensors. Perception software and solutions are ushering in a new era for safety, efficiency, and sustainability by integrating into existing and future applications. So they use LiDAR. They've got some pictures of some of their sensors on their website. They also do software. So they have I believe it is a software called Gemini that all of their AI security LiDAR detection software works off of, and that's probably how they are doing the integration through that system. Anyway, so this company is doing things and is interesting. So did we add them to our list? I think we're gonna add them to our watch list because I've heard a lot about that. So I'm expecting some results. NIK 284 and then 301. Where is NIK? What are you doing? Mm. Shit, 284. Well, I may not be able to get into. Well, I mean, I can get into it. I may not end up getting into this trade. Not that I don't want to. It's just time constraint thing. Okay, so if it breaks 284, I would if it breaks 284 and then I wanted to bid it, I'd probably up this a little bit at least, because that would imply that it's gonna go up, like this little guy is pointing that way. And you know, these lines have not come together since here, so it looked like they were going to for a second, but they didn't. But anyway, it's already 11 and I am going to have to hop off here, so I guess I'll go ahead and cancel that so I don't have any orders. I'm completely liquid right now, which is how I want to stay. Very good. It'd be nice if my computer would do things faster. Anyway, so yeah, tomorrow we'll be checking out NAK, seeing what it's doing, looking for scalps. We're not trying to hold any longs. There are a couple of things that I would like to have some longs in. I'm still debating. I know it'd be a good idea to grab up a share or two if they dip real good, real nicely. But I'm not sure. Maybe. We'll see. Anyway, so yeah, that's the plan for tomorrow. Just check out the market and see what's going on and hopefully make some, well, not hopefully, we'll make money. We will make money. Otherwise, why are we doing it? Anyway, I will catch you all tomorrow. Um, anyway, I can't talk. Anyway, I hope you all have green trades and I'll catch you later.